Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
So after the first down run, here's second down. To give to the big fullback. They've got him corralled. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. To the air, it's Van Buren. Working that left side now. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the big fullback. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Third and 6 yards to go. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On third down, he drops to throw. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Complete. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Driving forward, it's Johnson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Handoff to the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Shotgun snap on third down. Finds his big tight end. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They stop him in his track, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Motion from the back. To the edge, it's White. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a caught! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Gets the back moving. Here's a give to Peoples. Maybe a crease. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. On the run, it's White. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Sends it back in motion. Handoff for Peoples. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
This offense has it with really good field position. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
On the move. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going with the counter play here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Clemson, that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Sweet cut there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Burrows. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Takes the ball inside the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 29. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Trying to run, it's Davidson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Trying to get the corner. Turns upfield. He'll toss it. He's past the marker. Wide open spaces. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking outside, it's White. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Van Buren. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Drops back on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Tulane taking on the number 18 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Green Wave with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
That That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry?
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Throws it off the RPO. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it, and he's still running after the move. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep it.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Burrows. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They need a huge play on third and long. Quick give. It's Davidson. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there, and good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly, and that guy is hard to bring down.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the fullback. He's out past the 35. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
Wide open on the right. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Pass to 6. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
The keeper on the option. The pitch. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. The 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. Just get in trouble when you try.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
on the ground. It's Haynes. Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. Got a little grass. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Makes a catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clemson is quick to the line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Never a doubt. And now they take the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Looking for space. It's White. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. They'll run the screen. There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. He breaks a tackle, and he's brought down after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Keeps it himself. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Got enough for the first down. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
Love the play call on offense there. Third down, you're just trying to stress the defense, right? The football can be three different places almost at once. Is it the dive man? Is it the quarterback? Or is it the pitch guy? That time, nobody home for the pitch outside. So good decision by the quarterback. They pick up a nice gain and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when to catch it, big fella.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll go to the fullback. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
One thing you know with this guy, at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Pulls it. Quarterback on the keeper. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Just over a minute to play, guys. Still enough time for a finish here.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run it. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires quickly. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Gets it to the back. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Breaks the tackle. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, Dave.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Hauls it in. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead here in overtime.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking for the edge. It's White. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Left side is Robinson. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Out wide left, it's White. Touchdown, Penn State! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a 2nd OT. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Motion from the back. Here's a give to Peoples. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Keeps it on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a 2-point conversion attempt. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for two. He's looking to pass. They're working that left side. Can't do it better than that. The two-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side is Turner. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Drops back on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside. It's Haynes. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It's third down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in third down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow.
Touchdown, Tigers. They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They've got to get it in on the two-point try to force a third overtime. They'll go to the air. They cannot convert